read his media piece
I
yet.
highly suggest it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I'd get after it.
All right.
And the Rook's given the edge in today's game as Smokey's on the mound. I guess the game has high opinions of his pitching abilities. And Bobby Hill gives up a base runner the first man he sees, but forces a double play. And Castro grounds out to the frame. Speedy Boy leading things off in the bottom frame. Not able to get the ball out of the infield just yet.
Yeah, this is a problem that I had when I first made my player. I had 15 power also, and I also
Ooh.
had very big problem getting the ball out of the infield.
And Ben Waters with a just shy of a 3-run blast. Something he has a history of doing. And Catolo Catone, what a name. What an excellent name. Is able to pick up an RBI here. And Brett Smokey getting in trouble right away. Could be a long day for some not designated relief pitchers as Brett needs nearly 30 pitches to get through the first inning.
Yeah, not a good sign. You just bunt?
I think he weakly hit it,
Okay.
but VAI can be weird sometimes. I wouldn't put it past him. And that should be
Ooh.
a solo blast. I think Sydney Swing got a hold of. Oh man, just robbed, just short of the wall.
Wow.
Let's see what the weather was. See if the wind had any effect on that. Just out of curiosity. Wind is blown out to right at 2 miles per hour.
Nah, practically nothing.
No. So he just had too much of a uppercut on the swing. And a run will score on. I'm not sure if that was a bad throw to the cutoff man or if that was just heads down baseball.
Yeah. Scoring from first on a double, no outs.
Speedy Boy grounds out again, but the runner advances. And Orlando Jackson draws the walk, bringing up Ben Waters. I feel bad for this Rook's pitching staff, having Jackson and Waters in the heart of the lineup, and Speedy Boy as well. He was a part of that Swift Steeds roster that won the minor league World Series.
Yeah, it seems pretty rigged for the Bidoofs.
Yeah, I'd like some formal investigation done on these rosters. And Austin Dye sends one to the corner and right. He's thinking two. Stand up double with one out, and that brings up Hawaii. And he'll reach on an error, and the runner will advance to third. And they're
Double
gonna
steal.
double steal, including home, and Hawaii reaches third because of an error trying to throw him out at second. What an interesting GM move. I don't think I've ever seen that before. They send the runner from first. The catcher throws to second. The runner on third steals home. An error is made by one of the middle infielders. The runner from second is able to take third.
Yeah, I mean, you probably can't see it in this, but it's always a good play, especially if you've got good base runners. Try and steal second when you've got a man on third. Maybe get a bad throw, like what happened. Try and get your guy from third in home. Maybe force yourself into a pickle. I know the game doesn't really show that, but
Not
make
yet.
the defense do something well.
Yeah. And Eddie Spaghetti flies out to the right fielder, Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller.
And with 2 outs, Jimothy with a beautiful handlebar mustache is aboard with a base hit. And that's going to go all the way to the wall for Duke Williams. I think Jimothy's going to score here.
Yeah, 2 outs, running with the pitch. You got to score on an extra base hit every time, and he did.
And Speedy Boy sends one to... He finally gets it out of the infield, and it's going to drop for a double. He probably could have turned that into a triple, but no need to risk it with 2 outs. He's already in scoring position. That brings up Kellen Buchanan. And due to an error, he's aboard. But Orlando Jackson grounds out to end the inning.
Yeah, there's 2. There's 2 Dave retired players in this game. Billy Baxter and Duke Williams. Both. Duke Williams didn't even get drafted. Billy Baxter went very late in the draft.
And that's going all the way to the wall. That's a home run. That clears the fence. That's a home run for Sidney Swing. 2-run blast. Rooks are back in the game. That brings up Blunt.
Yeah, he was robbed at the wall his last time up, right? That was him?
I think it was.
Yeah, he made sure they couldn't rob this one. Hit
Yeah,
447
feet.
Yeah, it was a
You
monster
find me
shot.
an outfielder who can still catch that, and he'll be going first. And Blunt's gonna steal second. Dye goes down swing, 2 outs now for Hawaii. And he'll ground out to the first baseman. And that's going to be a diving catch from Blunt. I think he must have caught some flack from the locker room and management last game, and he's able to get on his horse and make a great diving catch there. Spaghetti strikes out swinging, showing some frustration as he walks back to the dugout. Top of the order for the Rooks here in the 5th inning. And Storm walks and takes his time getting to first base. Great diving catch from first baseman Baxter. Not able to pick up 2 though. That brings up Aiden Broderick, who gets a 2-out single and an RBI. It's a 1-run ball game now. And that brings up McBash.
It was looking like it was going to be the Producers running away with it, but Rooks clawed back.
And
Both starters
Jimothy
still
hits
in
one
there.
high but shallow.
Well, Mason Brown comes in, the only reliever on the team. I hope they don't try and force him to go 4 or 5 innings. Poor guy, he's got 16 stamina.
I won't be shocked. I'm thinking he's got a 3-inning outing today.
.38-mile-per-hour fastballs.
It was probably an off pitch. It doesn't. Yeah, I didn't notice that. That was an 88-mile-per-hour fastball. I guess it does show what pitch it was for the pitches, but I didn't see a 38. The end of the 8's getting cut off a little bit though. That it could look like a 3 on the stream.
Yeah, yeah, I see it. Yeah, I would look at the last pitch, just above the, just to the right of the scoreboard at the bottom.
The closer also only has 16 stamina, and he knows he's probably going to have to pitch the rest of the game, so he's trying to save his energy. Hawaii strikes out. Chase Preza draws a walk, full count,
Chase Preza is a speed demon.
and that brings out
It
Squiggly.
is.
Preza's safe at second. And Storm draws the walk. That brings up Castro, who also draws a walk. Squiggly, a high control closer. Able to get the force at home, not able to end the inning with a double play. That brings up McBash, who sends one to the second baseman, and that ends the inning.
Hey, good job working out of that. Yeah, like you said, you don't really want to be walking batters, especially as a finesse pitcher, because you really have nothing else.
Yeah,
going for you.
especially out of the gate. Finesse pitchers seem to have a rough start.
Hmm. Yeah, they really want to be pitching to contact, just giving up free passes. You don't.
And that's a double play.
Not helping.
But Billy Baxter able to draw a walk. That brings up Jimothy. He sends one to the wall in the left corner.
His third hit of the game.
And they're going to send Baxter home. He will score.
These are some of my favorite plays in the OTP, when just the fielder's just holding the ball while the runner is just running around the bases.
Yeah, 19's graphics are significantly better than 18's, but the overall viewing experience isn't a ton better. It's better, but they still have a little bit more to go.
Hmm.
And Blunt draws a walk. That brings up Dye. Sends one high, but mid-depth in right field. It's caught without a problem. Hawaii draws a walk with 2 outs, a full count, long at bat for him. And Anderson Pooper comes out now. He was with the Alcatraz Sentinels.
Yeah, he was up there in the pitcher of the year voting, rookie of the year voting for the minors.
Mason Brown
You had to rob him.
still out there. He's gone three innings now. Pitch count nearing 50.
45.
And he goes 3
Poor
and
guy.
2/3 thus far. He might honestly be hoping the Rooks aren't able to tie it, because that means we go into the bottom of the ninth. But
Yeah.
they're down 2. Storm grounds out for the first out of the game, the first out of the frame. Castro takes a beanball from Pooper, and he takes time getting to first base. And McBash goes down swinging, and that's the game.
Yeah, Rooks clawed back. They got
They got
They got the
close,
4 runs,
but just not quite.
giving up. They only had 4 hits there. You got 2 guys reached on errors. They drew a ton of walks. I'm right, yeah.
Yeah.
9 walks they drew. Lack of hits just kept them off the board just enough.
Jimothy is player of the game. He went 3 for 4 in RBI and 2 runs. Yeah, the Bidoofs with 5 different 2-out RBI hitters that game.
Hmm.
And that can make a world of difference.
Yeah, 21 left on base for the Rooks, 16 left on base for the Badoofs.